I'm getting in an Uber now. I'll be there in 30 minutes. Thank you so much. My first of 3 flights got delayed 3 hours, so I was gonna miss all my flights. So they just got me on a flight that takes off in 1 hour, and it's 30 minutes away. I didn't get to shower. I gotta make sure I have my passport. This is gonna be like a fun video, and now it's chaos. I got a flight in an hour I just got on, so the fastest we can get there, 30 minutes. They just put me on a flight that goes out at 2:55, and I got here and the window said it's too late to check in, but I can still make it before the door closes. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. Thanks.
You're a famous YouTuber?
No. I'm gonna tell you why this is so funny in light of the video I had planned to make today. But I'm gonna do that in Colombia. I mean, I'll tell you in Miami, because this is my first of 3 flights, 10 minutes to spare. So clearly today's off to a great start. See you in Miami. So, as we've seen, the way I travel isn't comfortable at all. That's why I want to show you 3 ways I make the cheapest travel in the world first class. I'm of the belief that the best way to reduce travel expenses is to nip those expenses in the bud, and it starts with the plane ticket. First things first, I only ever buy leisure plane tickets when they're on sale. If you don't really care where you're going, you can get just about anywhere in the world for $300 at any given time. Check out Scott's Cheap Flights and the flight deal for killer airfare sales. That's how I ended up going to Peru and China with friends for $300 round trip. But it's also why I had that 3-flight debacle at the beginning of this video. While this guy flew non-stop. But he's got food poisoning, so we'll leave him alone. Okay, next thing's next. If you're able to, get this credit card. Chase Sapphire Reserve, arguably the best for travel. The main way I make economy travel first class is with this single benefit alone. And if you have the Sapphire Reserve card, you get membership to Priority Pass, which allows you and guests into lounges all over the world for free. 4 a.m. And for airports that don't have lounges, you get restaurant credit. In Miami, it's this restaurant, and they give you 30 bucks. So, I go to the lounge, stock up on coffee, take a shower, eat the free food, and in that way, I can cut down on one of travel's biggest costs, airport food, and do it in first class style. $4.50. Let's go. The last thing I do to make this first classmanship is to make the most out of economy seats. If you made it this far, here's a double tip. So for an hour or 2, right before the plane boards, make sure you're constantly checking the seat map to see if whole rows or 2 seats open up. On full flights, this doesn't happen much, but on international flights, this happens all the time. You can snag an entire row and sleep for the whole flight. And the final secret, board the plane last. Absolutely dead last. Like, we're closing the walkway door last. I know, this is bad, but the whole town's closed. I can't find an ATM, so I had to use a card. Then, when you get on the plane, the world's your oyster. You can pick whichever empty row of seats you want. And I know, we could get into a whole argument about morality, but let's be honest. When somebody else takes that entire row for a 4-hour flight at 11 p.m., you're gonna spend all of your sleep time trying to figure out why you didn't just take it yourself. That's all I got for now. Stay tuned for a video on Swindle Island and more Colombian content. I just got to the island San Andres. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell so I can stop spamming you when I upload. And I'll see you next week at some point. I don't know which point. I have horrible Wi-Fi, but at some point it's coming. Don't worry, more content down the line. Just like and subscribe. All right. But wait, there's more. A message from our sponsor. Okay, welcome Welcome back to Henry's Ultra Cheap Sponsor Slot. If you're new around here, it's easy to enter. Venmo $1 to HBB12. Venmo more dollars for more entries. It's that easy. I select a lucky winner. You get to tell me what to say or do in this sponsorship slot. Right now I'm in San Andres, Colombia. I wanted to do this on the beach for you, but it's too bright outside, so I settled for right next to traffic instead. I hope you can hear me. I also don't have my handy dandy roller, so I input all the participants into a random name selector, and in the FAQs it says yes. It is quite random. With our innovative 3-step randomness process certification, it's almost impossible to change the winner by a person or malicious code. I'm a person, but I'm not malicious. Here we go. Javer, Nathan, Matthew Javer, Nathan. It's spinning. It's spinning. The winner is Faith. Faith says, prank eyes. He's been in this every single week. I even banned him this. Really quick, I also want to shout out Matt Javer. He told me to read a book called Sell or Be Sold. I'm gonna read it this week. Thank you, Javer. I forgot my book at home. This was a perfect excuse to get on Audible and read this book. This is not sponsored by Audible, but it should be. Okay, prank eyes. I'll just call him, I guess. Ringing. He's a banker. This is. I might just have to text him. Hey, dude. I got ripped off by these islanders in San Andres, and I gave them your email so they could get through to your bank account from PayPal, and they need 3,000 USD to let Dylan go as a prisoner of war. He's probably gonna believe me. Thanks for playing, Faith. Matt Javer, thanks again for the recommendation. Again, if you wanna be part of this sponsor slot, Venmo $1 to HB12. I don't make any money here. This is just, I thought this had to be transactional, okay? Remember, get creative. It's how I got these beautiful frosted tips last week. I'm really desperate. I'll pretty much do anything. Venmo $1 to HBB12 to be entered to win. Peace! Oh, and I don't have any tips for Spirit Air. Never fly Spirit Air. Ugh.